Kerby and colouring here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video I am going to be colouring in Fantomorphia by Kerby Rosanes, and we are going to be doing this pumpkin page which I've started, and this always happens. I started it and I thought it was turning out pretty cool so far, so I'm like, oh, I better make this into a video. So yeah, I've just done a couple things here, and I also purchased a couple days ago Derwent Inktense pencils for my first time, and I was so excited to use them. And I always said, I've owned this book for like a couple years now, and I said how I wanted to use Derwent Inktense in it, so I haven't coloured anything yet, which is why I was so excited to start this page. So yeah, this is going to be a colour along video, so feel free to get this book and colour this page if you haven't already. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I love colouring Halloween themed and like autumn themed pages. They're one of my favourites, and yeah, I'm super excited to do this if you can't already tell. So this little part here was my first time ever using Derwent Inktense and testing it, and yeah, I'm really liking how it's working out. So I also have a water brush that I will be using that I just purchased on Amazon. It came in like a 3-pack with different sized bristles, like brushes. So yeah, for all of these vines and branches kind of things going on, I'm going to be using, with my Derwent Inktense, the colour Subtle Brown and Mustard. So that's what I'm using, and I'll zoom you in to start doing some of this. Okay, so I zoomed you in. We're going to colour in this part here so I can show you how I did the other parts on this page. So I'm just going to grab Mustard, and it's so good because I feel like you can be kind of messy with Derwent Inktense and not, like, you don't have to cover every crevice with them because the water spreads out the colour a lot. So I kind of just add the Mustard, which is the lighter shade, on majority of this, and the outside a bit. And then I'm going to use Subtle Brown, and like where you can already see shading in the image is where I'm adding most of that. And down here. So I hope everyone has been having a wonderful day / night. I've definitely been enjoying my colouring, and I know soon everyone is going to be posting their May completed pages videos, and I'm super excited to watch those. I think that everyone's favourite videos are the completed pages, so yeah, quite excited for that and to post my own video. And then I'm gonna grab Mustard again. Okay, so that's done. We will activate it with water. Okay, so I also have some tissues, which is what I'm going to be wiping my brush on. Okay, so I usually start from the light areas that I put down and spread that out. And then I go over like the darker parts, which you can wipe your brush on the tissue paper to clean it off, but sometimes I don't mind not cleaning it off so far with these vine branch things because I just like the way it's mixing the colours together and everything. So and I'm not too fussed if I go a little bit out of the lines because I'm not too sure what I'm doing with the background yet. I'm rather going to make it a yellowy, greeny shade, or I'm just going to black it out. So that's my thought process so far. So I even mix some of the darker shade and go back over some of the light. And then missed some here. Another thing I got to stop doing, I've noticed in my videos, is when I'm coloring, I keep putting my hand in the way of where I'm coloring, so I'm so sorry if I keep doing that throughout this video. I'm going to try remember not to. And that is that part done. So that is how easy it is to use these pencils, which is why I was so excited, because it's a bit more like I love my Prismacolor pencils and you know, just colored pencils in general, but it's nice to have a different medium that I feel like is a bit more easier and less straining on the wrist and fingers and stuff. So yeah, it's really nice. Same with my Ohuhu markers. I love using them as another medium too. So okay, I've got my subtle brown, and even though this is a color along, feel free to add the shading wherever you like. Like, you don't have to color this exactly how I am, because it still will turn out amazing, and it's gonna make it more unique anyway to my page, so it's completely fine. But yeah, okay, add some of the light mustard. Now these little bits are really hard for me to get in between the lines with my brush, and it's my smallest brush too, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I feel like you could leave a lot of white lines with these, because when you activate it with water, you can just spread it to where the white bits are, which is really nice. Yeah. I'm just so excited to finally be using them, and you know, this is my first page ever with them. Like I said, like, I completely went out of the lines here, but I'm just so excited to use them and learn and hopefully get better with them along the way. So yeah, I just can't believe I actually owned them. I was kind of like, yep, I'm gonna treat myself and buy these. I've wanted them for like years now, and I still hadn't gone out and bought them, so I'm like, it's about time, honestly. And I just have the 36 set, which, you know, they can be very expensive, and I believe that the 36 set in pencils, even the 24, is all you need to have majority of colors to blend and mix shades, but have a little bit of variety. Like, you do not feel like you need the 72 set and have to spend more money to have like more colors, because you can seriously just mix them. And yeah, like, I know I used to feel like I had to have the biggest sets, which is obviously more expensive, but you do get a lot of shades that are kind of like repeat shades, like they're only very slightly different, like some of the grays and the blues, and it's like, it's just ridiculous. Like, you don't need to feel like you need to go out and buy them, because yeah, you get majority of colors right here in a 36 set. I was actually originally going to purchase the 48 set, mainly because it came with the wooden box, the one that I was going to get, so I'm like, oh, I could have the wooden case as well. But I was glad that that wasn't in stock. Only one 36 set was left, and I'm like, it was meant to be. So I was very happy to have bought that. Alright, now I'm going to do the stem towards like where the top of the pumpkin. So again, grabbing subtle brown, going over where it's already kind of shaded. Again, doesn't matter if you get kind of messy with it. Like that. I've actually purchased so many books this month, and I don't know if my completed pages video is going up first, or I'm planning on doing a May book haul, because I've been enjoying those videos too. I've been finding a lot of new books that way, and it's just cool to see what everyone got that month. And who knows, you might have got the same book that you're both excited to colour in. So yeah, I have to get my May haul video filmed and the completed pages video in the next couple days, so they should be uploaded soon, or at the beginning of June, the latest they'll be uploaded, if any of you are looking forward to that, because I know I am. I'm hoping I finish this page before then, but if not, I will be showing whips in my completed pages video as well, so you'll definitely see this page again. Okay, so grabbing my water brush. And again, I was super excited to colour in this book, Fantomorphia. I really love it, so it was so hard not to colour in it. I was honestly just going to use Prismacolors in it because I was really wanting to colour in. But I'm glad I waited, because this medium is so fun to use, and I feel like this book is perfect for practice. But yeah. Now with the leaves, I'll probably be using the same shades, but also mixing in a green shade, which we'll get to that eventually. And you can always go back in again to darken up areas and stuff once this dries, or, you know, paint the pencil directly, like with your brush, to get more colour. See, we have the saddle brown, which I need to sharpen, but you can just directly paint it, get some colour on your brush, and fill in some of the areas that you need to do. Okay, so that is that. So I'll probably zoom you guys out, but the rest, that's basically what I'm doing for all these vine parts of this. So I'm just going to speed it up and get that done so the video isn't too long and too repetitive. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this part of the video, and I'll talk to you again soon when we move on to another area. Okay, so that is most of these vine, branch, plant section done. And I didn't really know what to do. There's like a random boat here and a little gnome down here, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of people, this isn't a lot of artists coloring books, usually their first couple and stuff. There's like the hidden objects and stuff like that. I'm not a fan because it's just so random on like a beautiful page, and then there's like random things on it. So I was gonna black them out or something, but I thought I might just make them blend in with the background and kind of use the same kind of colors. So yeah, that's the plan for that at the moment. So this is leaf green, which is the new color I'm gonna bring into the picture for the like leaves and stuff like that. So okay, so I'm going to try it out on this section first. So I'm going to spread some of the green on the majority of this, and then grab a bit of mustard to mix in some browns. And then subtle brown. Honestly, just placing them in kind of random areas, and then I'm just gonna blend them all together to see what comes out of that. Ooh, the green looks so nice. It's exactly what I was imagining, like for the color scheme I'm going for on this page. Ooh, and all the browns like help it have that nice color too. I do like that. And at the end, I'm not sure yet if I want to add any pencil on top of this. Probably not. I kind of want it to be just Derwent Inktense only for this page anyway. But at the end, I will definitely probably be adding some white highlights and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do the same for like these little plant bits here. Add some of the green and mustard. Oh, that was the saddle brown that I'm using right now. So yeah, just kind of make them all individual and different. Need to wipe my brush. So again, it kind of looks like a blob, but that might be, you know, it's going to be fixed once they black out or do something for the background. So yeah, I'm not worrying too much about it. Then some mustard. Sorry, it probably would have been a lot better if I zoomed in earlier for you guys. So again, I'm going to add some leaf green in kind of all over lightly, but yeah, just anywhere basically. putting a bit more pressure in some other areas so more green comes out when it's activated. Use mustard. I'll probably use mustard along the outside of the leaves more because it's my lightest shade. And some there. And then subtle brown, a bit more towards the inside. It looks so messy, but then when you activate it with water, it just works its magic, which is really fun and cool and satisfying. Wipe my brush off. So it does look really messy right now, but it will look something like that when it dries. And some details like the leaves, I still haven't decided, but yeah, I might use the Prismacolors over the top to define the shading a little bit, but I think the vines look fine. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to do that similar technique to all of the leaves. So I'm going to speed this process up for you guys because, again, it's quite repetitive just doing the same kind of thing. So Okay, so I've basically done all of the leaves now. So this is what our page is looking like. So now I'm going to get some colours for this pumpkin, which I'm going to be using yellow and orange. And yeah, I also paused the video for a bit and went and made a tea. So I've got a nice tea to sip on while I do this. Even though my name is Coffee and Colouring and I love coffee, I also love my teas. So this is going to be great having this as I do this piece. Might actually have a tea break now, have a sip. Alright. Okay, so the colours I grabbed were Sun Yellow, Sienna Gold, sorry, it was a bit blurry, and Tangerine. And as there's this really pretty like pattern on the pumpkin, but I'll probably just go over all of that. So with my Sun Yellow, I'm going to put it where I want most of the highlights to be. And then with Tangerine, I'm going to go around more of the outside part. And then the Sienna Gold I'll probably use to darken up some of the shading on the pumpkin, like the main part of the pumpkin when I get to it. So I'm just gonna with my brush and see how this looks, starting from the yellow and blending it out to the tangerine. I'm gonna wipe my brush. Even if it's off camera, I am always going to be wiping my brush as I go along and go over a new area kind of thing. Even if it's the same colours, you want to wipe your brush to clean it off. Now I'm gonna get some sun yellow straight off of the pencil. And add some back here. So I want it to have that glowy effect. Okay, so we're going to do that to this part here as well, which I'll just speed up for you guys. Okay, so we've just finished the eyes, mouth and nose. So now we're going to do majority of the pumpkin. So I'm going to grab the Sun Yellow. I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. So see these sections of the drawing here? I kind of want to put the lighter shade in between all of that. Like this. I don't know. We're just gonna see how this goes. But yeah, so far I'm really loving how this is turning out. The majority of it's going to be glowing. Okay, so majority like that. And I think the outside of the pumpkin too I'll have highlighted. Then with tangerine, I want to create more texture or shape to the pumpkin. Maybe make the whole part around the eyes like that, and the tangerine, and around the like sharp bits here. This process with Derwent Inktense is a little scary, but then again, when you activate it, I feel like it just brings itself together on its own, which is really fun and a relief. So yeah, I feel like I'm being quite messy with them at the moment, but I feel like once I get the hang of them and everything and use them more often, I'll probably be a bit more neater and more, I don't know, I guess careful where I place each individual colour. But I guess it's all about having fun, and that I am. So I'm getting some sun yellow and I'm going to put some down here too. Guess we could blend this and see how it goes. I might put a bit of sienna gold. I wanted it to be the kind of dark shade that's in between. So I might just put majority of this where the shadows are already on this piece that Kerby has done himself. Around the eyes. I think it's a little bit more scary because the pumpkin's like the focus of the whole piece. So hopefully this comes together nicely. Okay, I think I might do something like that for now. And see how it looks. I feel like I'm going to put a little bit more tangerine with a light pressure over some of the yellow because I want the majority of the pumpkin to look orange but have the yellow as the highlights. Okay, so first bit of water. Just do this whole outside bit because I want it to be the lightest shades. Okay, I don't know where to go in from. The Derwent Inktense pencils are so beautiful and vibrant, and I feel like a lot of you, I first found out, or I guess noticed them more when I watched Peter Hewitt here on YouTube. I loved her work in them in the Lizzie Mary Collin books, again, which I'm very inspired to get those books because of Peter. And to try out Derwent Inktense myself. So great to have them. And yeah, I don't know, I'm one of those people where in the past I've been like, no, I don't want that coloring book. I would never color in it like in a million years. Like that's what I thought. But then you see like someone else's works and colored pieces and you're like, oh my god, that looks so amazing. And I think I'm in love with the book now and the artwork. That happens all the time to me, and Peter was one of the first people here in the coloring community that really got me into some books that I thought I wouldn't like the Magical City by Lizzie Mary Collin. I was like, that's so much little details and just not really my style and all of that. Well, that's what I was thinking at the time. And then I saw Peter's amazing pieces in those books and I was like, I'm in love. Like, I need them. But yeah, I feel like a lot of us go through that. I still get it to this day where I'm like, oh, I don't really, like the artwork's good, but like not for me. And then I see a finished piece in it up on Instagram or something and I'm like, oh my god, this book is gorgeous. Like I need it in my collection. I need a color in it. Okay, so it's turning out pretty good. I might have to add some more Derwent Inktenses or something at the end, but I'm going to speed this part up for you guys and get the pumpkin finished and see how he looks at the end. Okay, so this is how our pumpkin is looking so far. So I feel like some of the orange is a little transparent still, but I'm really loving how this is looking. So like I did with the yellow, it was sped up though, so I'm not sure how much of it you saw, but I am directly applying my brush to the pencil, and I've reapplied some yellow, so I'm going to do the same where it looks a little transparent, where I want some orange to stand out. So just like that. There's a little more up here actually. Might look slightly different when it dries too, or it might look a little transparent again, I'm not too sure, but just want to reapply some of this anyway. But yeah, I am quite happy with how this is turning out. Like I said, I was pretty scared to do the actual pumpkin, but I am quite happy with this and how the colours blended and everything. Okay, just cleaning off my brush. Pretty happy with this. So I am gonna go ahead and add some Prismacolor shading just to the boat here and the little gnome, and after that I will speed this up, but I'm going to be using this really thick Posca pen. It's a black one to black out the background, and I also have a new one I just bought. It's black as well, but it's a more fine tip to go around the smaller details. I'll be using this one probably. So yeah, I'm going to get my pencils and do the boat and gnome and then speed up blacking it out, and then we'll be adding highlights. Okay, so that is the whole background done. We are so close to finishing. Now I'm going to add some white highlights. So I'm going to be using my Sakura Jelly Roll in 08. I mainly want to add highlights to some of the leaves and stuff, like here, maybe I don't really know how I want to do this. Brought you guys in closer. Oops, my hand just went over this. Hang on, I'm gonna grab my Posca pen. Okay, I just grabbed my white Posca pen just because it's a bit thicker. And for some reason my Sakura Jelly Roll wasn't coming out too well. I don't know, like little dots like that, I think. Okay, so I added a bunch of little dots. So this is the finished picture, everyone, and I am so happy with it. For my first time using Derwent Inktense pencils, I am really happy with how this turned out, and definitely made a great impression on me with how this turned out. I definitely love using Derwent Inktense, and I had so much fun. Every second of this page was so much fun. And I had like spare bits of paper here as blotted pages, and this is the back. So the Derwent Inktense, as you see, this is a bit crinkled because of the water, but it didn't bleed through, so that's really good to know. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this page turned out. And I love how you can still kind of see the gnome and the boat, but they blend in as well. They don't stand out too much. So thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and for those of you who joined in and coloured this page, I hope you love how it turned out too. I'm actually so proud of myself and happy with it and all the colours that I decided to go with. So again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!